Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Whether you're in need of a website, domain or online store, make your next move with Squarespace. Over the last 4.5 years of making videos about film photography on YouTube, I've tried my fair share of different cameras. It's pretty common for me just to buy a camera for the purpose of shooting a video on it, and then once I've made the video, sell it to buy another one. It's pretty rare for me to hold on to one, so I thought it'd be nice to start a new series where I go through the cameras which have managed to stay on my shelf, managed to be kept in possession, and show you why I like them, why they've earned their spot. And actually, it's been a while since I've used some of them. Because of this whole year, I haven't taken photos as much, so it's a good way for me to use them and make sure they still deserve their spot. So this first one is with the Minolta TC-1. So this camera, by quite a long way, is the smallest that I own. It's a 35mm point and shoot with a 28mm f2.8 lens. It has a bunch of manual controls fit into what is a very impressively small package. And to me, probably the main factor as to why I keep this camera, there is no excuse to not have this in your bag or your pocket. It fits anywhere. It's not a hindrance at all, which I think is like everything a point and shoot should be. It's like the perfect daily carry or travel camera where not being a hindrance, I guess, is the perfect way to describe it. It's like being able to take amazing photos without having to carry much is just value, you know? Something I can't say I've ever really done before is take a self-portrait with this camera. I thought it could be a fun opportunity to stick it on this tripod and cut my hair, because I'm not allowed to get a haircut for like 4 more weeks. So, fingers crossed. And I'm lighting all of this with the massive aperture video light because I thought that could look cool. So I can't lie, haircut didn't go great. I've done a few haircuts in my time, but never a complex one on myself with a fade, and I had my work cut out, but who cares? It's not like loads of people are going to be seeing it in real life, at least, I guess. But hopefully there was some cool photos, and that's the real win, because it's definitely not the haircut. So after saying that there's no excuse not to take this camera anywhere, it's so small, so portable, it turns out that I haven't actually shot a roll in it for this whole year, since January. And I think I can be let off for that because of what's been going on. But recently I got that roll and another roll developed, and I have to say, one, it's cool to not develop a roll of film for so long and see all these memories, but two, the photos are so nice. This camera does such a good job. It just has such a nice way of rendering things, and all these photos are shot on Colour Plus. It's not like super high-end film, but it really sings. And this camera is also my only option if I want to shoot with a wide angle. It's got a 28mm lens. I've got nothing else wider than a 35. So it's kind of got its own purpose with that, and it also makes it feel more unique and special when I use it. So like I said, there's a huge amount of controls, and it's actually really clever how it's all laid out. You've got the main dial where you can set what action you want to change, and then you use this little slider to cycle through options, which are all then set in memory when you turn the dial to hold. And this sticks even if you turn it off and back on. One of my biggest pet peeves when using a point and shoot is when you're trying to get a shot really quickly and you turn your camera on, but you have to quickly turn on or off the flash depending on the camera. Because sometimes you're taking a photo of a stranger or something, you just see this moment, you want to take a photo, and you don't want to flash them. You just want like a simple, candid, unobtrusive photo, and having to worry about that every time, to me, that's like one of the biggest downsides of a lot of point and shoots. So this little change, I mean, it seems like such a small thing, it's actually pretty big to me. I guess I don't really have much more to add. It's a good camera. There's nothing at all wrong with it. It's got its own little like corner of the point and shoot world. It's not the same as all of them. I guess that's pretty much all I've got to say about it. It's a really great point and shoot. Is it the best one? Maybe. I think it is to me right now. It's got a lot of features which, to me, are awesome. And I think if you're really into film photography, having a point and shoot is probably one of the key kind of categories of camera that you should own. So for me now, this is the one, and I don't really see that changing anytime soon. This just ticks all the boxes for me. So yeah, good camera, And finally, I'd like to thank Squarespace again for sponsoring this video. If you're looking to purchase a new domain, maybe start a blog, an online store, a portfolio of your photography, Squarespace is the perfect place to do so. There's an amazing variety of templates to get you started, and you definitely don't need any prior web building experience to build a professional looking website. In my opinion, having a website is pretty essential, whether it's for your business, just to share some thoughts, or whether it's to display your work in the best way possible. It is just kind of needed these days. So if you've been neglecting your website and you need to spruce it up, or maybe build a new one completely, you could do so today using Squarespace with my code, negative feedback, to get 10% off your order, which is great value. So why not go and get yourself a lovely domain, website, blog, online store today?